So I have a real good topic to talk about. I have it brought to my attention from two separate people, and then I thought of a third, that a scenario that happened a while ago that kind of intertwined with each other. So it's about negativity and fear. It's two of the biggest obstacles for any entrepreneur, any person out there that's trying to change their life, trying to overcome an obstacle, trying to better themselves. Negativity and fear, guys. Let me tell you guys, it's the worst thing out there, and it's something that you guys really have to focus and change the way you guys are seeing others' feedback and accepting others' feedback, because it will hold you back if you let it. So I'm going to talk about three different scenarios, three different people that approach me in three different places of their life. So I'm going to talk about the first one, which is a person that has a new idea, is looking to start their own business, and they're trying to come up with their brainstorm. They're jotting down ideas in their phone, notepad, doing whatever it takes to start planning what this business is. How are they going to turn the idea that's in their mind into actual something that's tangible, right? The next one is going to be a person that is already overcame that obstacle. So they've already came with the game plan. They have their idea. They're sound in it. They feel good about it. They took action. They've actually took the necessary steps to overcome that first obstacle, which is what to do, and they have that. Now they've actually overcame that and done something and released something out there. Okay, now whether that's a business plan, whether that's a blog, a YouTube channel, a social media page, it doesn't matter. What they did is irrelevant. It's more just where they are at in their life. So the first thing with these two people that they had very similar is that they both had negative feedback and negative influences pushing them and keeping them down, trying to keep them down, messing with their mindset. So mindset's everything, guys. That's what this whole mind flip thing's about. It's really me trying to change your guys' perspective on things and helping you guys to achieve and overcome some obstacles in your life. So again, remember, first person, they just have an idea. They just are at that point where, damn, they're fed up with their everyday life. They're just tired. They want more. They've already seen my videos. They've seen others. They've been following all that. And now it's time, right? Now they're jotting down ideas. And that person there had family, friends. What was hurtful to the person was they're like, wow, like my closest people that I would have thought had my back and would have been supportive of me doing more were actually my biggest haters. And it was just a reflection back to the past for me, because it's like, man, that's so true. When you're achieving things and overcoming obstacles in your own life, and you're starting to stray away from your standard circle that you've been roaming around in, it's been your life forever. It's what your loved ones know of you. And now you're starting to think a little different. You're starting to want a little more. You're starting to do a little more than they are. And the only trend I've seen is when somebody steps out of that comfort zone of who they are surrounded by, it makes people uncomfortable. It makes people reflect, I think, a little bit on themselves, and it starts to give them this sense of negativity internally, is the best way I could put it. Because what ends up happening is, instead of the people that you expected would have had your back and pushed for you and been all gung-ho, like, man, I hope you make it. Not to say you don't have none, but a lot of times the ones that you thought would have don't. And the ones you kind of didn't expect to be all gung-ho for you do. It's a strange dynamic of the way that happens. The second person, so I'm going to switch from that person, okay? So that first person is trying to overcome some things and trying to now come with their ideas. They want to be a business owner, is what the person told me. Like, they feel it. They know they could do more. They believe in themselves, but they have all this negative input, negative feedback coming to them that's really making them think twice, unfortunately. It's making them think about if they can. They have people telling them, you're not meant to be a business owner. You can't do that. And it does. Unfortunately, loved ones in our lives, people that we look up to, people that we love and cherish their opinions and their thoughts, tend to have a big damper on our dreams and things that we want to do. And you start overthinking things and you start rethinking your idea of, can I? Are they right? Like, maybe I'm not cut to be a business owner. Maybe I'm not cut out to do more. And that's the wrong way to think. You have to believe in yourself more than anybody else is going to believe in you in order for you to overcome that obstacle and start taking, which is what this next person did, action to roll out your idea into actually being tangible. Okay, so now it leads into person 2. This person's already overcame that first challenge of negative feedback and things like that. So they've overcome the initial negativity, the initial, response from others that they would have hoped had their back that don't. Now they've actually done something. For this person in particular, I will say it's a blog. Okay, so rolled out a blog, and they're not getting the feedback that they're hoping for. So it was like, man, like, I came with the idea, it's a good idea. Had a lot of people saying, oh, it's a pretty good idea. Had some negativity, but was able to overcome that. Now has actually taken the steps to actually create this thing. And now is having more pushback, more negativity from loved ones and supporters that they would have thought would have been supporters, friends. And now it's that next, another hill to climb, right? It's that next, overcame the first hill. That was a challenge. Now we have another uphill climb, and though it's a good idea, believes in what they have going on, they have this negativity that's still hovering over them, that's holding them down a little bit. It's making them think twice about, man, like, can I do it? Should I do it? Are they ready for this next part, which leads into the fear? Are they ready for the feedback that's going to come? Is it just their loved ones? Is it just their friends that think that, maybe they're going a little over their head? Or is the world going to give that feedback to them? And let me tell you guys, like, you have to be able to put all that stuff to the burner. If you believe you have a good idea, forget what everybody else thinks. If you believe that you have a great idea and that you can successfully achieve whatever it is that idea was set to do, believe in yourself enough to do it. Don't worry about the negative people, the naysayers. They don't believe in what you got going on. They don't think you could do it. And this is for person 1 and 2. They don't believe in you. They don't think you could do it. You're not meant for that. You're not the type of person that can run a business. You're not the type of person that's going to be successful in life. You're just going to be mediocre just like them. Don't let them keep you in mediocre status. If you're reaching for greatness, keep reaching. Keep reaching as hard and as far as you can, because you might reach for the stars and land on the moon. And that's a great thing because you're ahead of where you are today. There's so many naysayers, so much negative comments, so much negative feedback. Even as you're going and jumping onto this social thing or however it is, it could be just business, web, however, it's a vicious world out there and it's getting worse. Don't let the negativity in the world, the negative feedback from family and loved ones that you thought would have had your back that don't, hold you back from creating and making your dreams come true. You're the only person that's going to make it happen. That's like the one thing that I think is the biggest obstacle for people. They're so worried about the feedback that's given to them. They're so worried about what feedback they're going to receive once they do release whatever it is, or once they do say to the world, hey, I'm doing this, that they don't even do it, which leads into my third person. Okay, so the third person overcame the negativity, wasn't worried about the negative feedback that was out there, wasn't worried about the family thought too much, wasn't worried about what friends thought, because they believed that they had a good idea and it was actually profitable. So the idea was a very profitable idea. It's something that, yes, though it was seasonal, it was something seasonal, but it was in the now, which a lot of small businesses, especially with social, you see people buying and selling things and whatever may be, creating things that are really niche to different seasons, right? So this happened to be a really good idea. It was so sound to the point where me personally, I was actually willing to back it. So I had this person that came to me with an idea, was looking to overcome a certain obstacle, was looking to do more in their life, and needed a stepping stone to help get to the main idea. So this one's a little different. This person actually has a main business idea that they really want to do, the passion project that we talk about, right? It's something that they really feel that they could succeed at and do well at for the longevity. But that person, in order to achieve that, didn't have the finances to get to the main idea, so had a stepping stone idea, which is, I can create this for a decently low amount of money, I can market it well, I truly believe that I can push the product and make a profit, which would be the stepping stone in order to lead into the main idea. You know, it would have given just a little foundation, a little something of, you know, profits to be able to now, okay, maybe keep that going as a side project, which helps to continue financing the main project, or it would have just stopped and carried on with the main project. So again, it was such a good idea to where I put myself out there and said, okay, well, it sounds like a really good idea. It sounds like it could be profitable. It sounds like you have everything together. How much do you need? So I think for this particular person, we fall into fear, because now you've already overcame the obstacle of rejection. You've overcame the negativity of the family and friends. You've overcame really all of those obstacles. But now, right in your lap is, which wasn't expected, I think, at the moment, was, okay, good idea. How much do you need to start it, and how quickly can you pay it back? And it was that quick and that easy. And for me, I think I have a pretty good niche of noticing something quick. Like if somebody has a good idea, I'll know that once you start telling me within the minute, I'll know you have a solid sound idea that maybe needs a little fine tuning, or scratch that, keep it moving. It's not going to be profitable. It's not going to be maintainable. This was a good idea. So anyways, put it out there of, hey, you know, where can you get this? How quickly can you make it? How quickly can you turn it? How quickly can you be profitable? All the right answers. So then I'm like, okay, how much money do you need? Like I said, and the person kind of like, whoa. Now the pressure's on, right? Because now you have the fear. You've already overcame the negativity part. You've overcame the rejection part. Now, all that. Though now it's the part of, okay, well, here you go. And what are you going to do with it? You're going to grab it? Or are you, ooh, damn, I wasn't prepared for that, right? And that's unfortunate for this situation, which was the third person, which is the fear. Though, yes, there was still the negativity there. All that was there for person 3 as well. But what happened with person 3 of why they didn't overcome and why they didn't reach that goal of the stepping stone in the foundation and turn down the opportunity was fear. We actually talk about it today and can agree that it was strictly fear, because she was scared of the what if, you know, well, now if I were to fund the project and give her the opportunity, now she has an accountability to hold. It's not just the idea is great and yeah, I can do it, and yeah, I can create that, and yeah, I can flip it and be profitable. She believed in herself for all of that. But now it's accountability to say, hey, here you go do that. And then I'll talk to you at the end of the month or whenever the agreement is to pay that debt. And that's the next part, guys, where a lot of you guys may be in that position. So 3 different scenarios here, right? So you got the person that's just at idea point. You have the person that's actually started whatever the idea was and started something. They're both in a part of can't overcome the next part because they're scared of the negativity. They're scared of that feedback. They're scared of the rejection. They're scared of so much. But it's negativity and fear, both. Then you go into the third person, which is just a fear. She's not really on the negativity, that umbrella is not holding her too much down. But the fear of, what if it doesn't work? What if I can't pay you back? What if I'm not cut out for it? What if? And it's the unknown. And that's a big part for people. They have a security with the 9 to 5. They have a security with what they're doing right now. They have a security with the group and the crowd that they hang out with on the weekends and the day to day. They have a security that people love. Comfort. It's what you know, right? But let me tell you guys, The moment you break out of that comfort, the moment you challenge yourself, the moment you guys believe in yourself so much that you're not worried about losing friends, losing family, worried about the rejection that might come your way, all that worry and angst is gone. And you're strictly 100% focused on the goal, which is the belief in yourself that you can achieve what it is that you've set to achieve, whatever it is that dream was or that goal was. And then you start taking the action to do it without the worry of any of it. Now you're at a different place. Person one, person two would be at a different place because they're not worried anymore of the negativity. They're now focused on themselves and they're confident in themselves to move forward. Person three, same thing. The moment they can overcome the fear and believe in themselves so much that it's not even a doubt, there's no plan B, then that would be the moment that they do accept the offer, they do take action to make it tangible and actually set the foundation that they could have set for themselves to lead into the main project. But unfortunately, so many of you out there, time and time again, I'll come across, I talk to people, I see DMs, questions to me, and that's what this video is for, is just to touch on that, guys, of no matter how far you come, even me, I still have a long way to go, but I have achieved a level of success that none of my peers under me really have touched. But I do also still get negative feedback. I still do get a lot of those comments that even from the beginning. So it doesn't matter the levels that I've achieved or where I'm going. You're always, at the moment you start stirring the pot and you're doing something different and you're changing the game a little bit, it makes people uncomfortable as to what drives the negativity. So don't let somebody else's uncomfort ruin the comfortability that you can achieve for yourself one day. Just remember that. Frank Visionary.